Hello, you beautiful beings. So, for the first time, I think ever, this is something that was supposed to be a live Facebook event. As many of you know, I'm in Dubai, and sometimes in Dubai, your schedule is a bit insane. So, I actually can't make it live tonight. So, it's a pre-recorded masterclass on why jealousy poisons success and a bit of free clearing around that. But this actually could be a good thing because we all know on lives I tend to get very distracted, and then the live lasts about an hour, and usually people want to get right to the point. So in this case, we will get right to the point because I have no distractions. I'm all yours, I'm all ears, and I'm so excited to go into this subject. So jealousy poisons, I think, everything. Jealousy poisons success, jealousy poisons your own flow. It poisons your own flow. I'm also gonna move this. So I love how I said I wouldn't get distracted, but if I get distractions out the way, I really won't get distracted. Anyway, so you've probably heard of evil eye. We will talk about that. And the thing about jealousy is this: jealousy implies, no, we're going to backtrack. What we want, a straight line energetically, a clear path energetically for money to flow in, for money to flow out. Obviously, we want more money in than out, duh. And for love to flow in and love to flow where we give. Where things get messed up is that there ends up being energetic knots in the path. For example, if you've had a period or a place or something where everything financially seems to go awry, or with love, like no matter what you do, it's just all, it feels twisted. We notice this kind of temperamental energy during perhaps a retrograde with giving. No complaints to Mercury. I'm still happy for Mercury retrograde, even though it can be a pain in the booty. But we notice it then. We notice it on, for example, like in the law of attraction, when we're having like a bad day versus like a good day, when again, thing happens in a row. But it's really so important to keep your energetic pathways clear. And I do this through making sure, like, first of all, I've done, as many of you know, tons of karmic clearing work. If you're brand new to me, I want to share that karma clearing work is the thing that a person needs the most, that you've probably never heard of, to clear your path. So I'm going to talk about that briefly and then go back to jealousy. With that, in our world, we want everything fast. We want fast as heck. We don't want to take a single second because we're afraid of wasting our time, because we want to be doing the things we want to do, blah, 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 blah. So we think that our solutions to things are, talk to someone in our business that can bring us money. Okay, go out, quote, get clients. Maybe talk to an investor. Maybe hire someone, maybe a tax accountant, or regardless, we get so practical. You have to have the practical. You have to have the human, we call this 3D pieces of your life in place. You have to take action. Of course you do. But if you are, for example, wanting to expand your business, for example, and you have these huge goals and I want visibility. I want to be seen. I want to be noticed. I want to open up doorways. So I'm going to invest in what will open me doorways logically. But what that person doesn't know, that if they opened it energetically, this would just flow in. So how do I keep my pathways clear? I make sure that my karma, my samskaras in my aura, I make sure there's nothing from another timeline messing with my path. That's number one. That's the main thing. That's the thing that every single person listening to this, every single person that ever comes in contact with Moon Rising needs to know. Your other timelines, decide your current timeline until you release them and make yourself free of them. That's what karma clearing is. The second part is all the energetics in general. So for example, jealousy. Jealousy, the energy of jealousy. Okay, so like if we had this spiral of vibration, like hate, anger, frustration, despair. They're really low, all the way up to like hope, love, enlightenment, really, really high. Jealousy is something that ties us up in knots. And it's always, I hate to say this, but I always speak the truth, friends. Like, jealousy is a reflection of what we feel about ourselves. Jealousy implies lack. And it's not to say you can only always control it, right? Sometimes there's someone that's doing really freaking well, and you go, oh, damn it, why the fuck not me? Why not me? Why not me? But I'm here to challenge you and say, why not you? It can be you in your way. We are not meant to be like each other. One person's success is not supposed to be somebody else's success. One person's love life is not supposed to, it's your individual pathway. The only person you're in competition with is you. So before people, leave this live and go, oh, I already knew that. Jealousy projects basically an evil eye on somebody else. What does this mean? It means that if you are feeling jealousy of someone else, you're actually sending that person negative energy. You're making it so that their path becomes harder for a time period. And I'm not kidding. This is it's sometimes obscenely crazy. So here's a great example. I was once, it was the beginning of my Clear program launch. And it was a beautiful day. I was feeling amazing. Everything was gold and everything was flowing. I was so excited. And then all of a sudden, every single tech thing that could possibly go awry went awry. And I found my way through because I did all the things I know to do with energy to find my way through. But then after I tuned in and I was like, what the heck happened? Why did 5 unexpected things not go the way I planned? And I knew at that point it wasn't karma because, again, I do my karma clearing and make sure that my karmic path and samskaras and energy of other timelines and blocks of that sort are clear. So I knew it wasn't that, and it wasn't. So I tuned in and I felt this wave of somebody's envy being projected at me. And then I was meditating and I got the image of who it came from. And that hurt. Because sometimes it's people we're really close to. Other times it's people you don't know. I promise there's a solution coming to this. So if you're watching this going, well, I can't control it. What do you want me to do? So this person's envy at me caused me to have a difficult tech day, which I know that they didn't intend for that to happen, but that affected how well I could give my delivery to people that need it. People that wanted healing. That doesn't sit right. So if we rewind, if that person that started to feel that jealousy really understood that there's never competition, really understood that we are all on our own individual path, really understood that every single person can have what they want. That's why we're here, guys. We're here to heal and release all the weight that has been messing with our lives. That's what we're here to do. So that we can have the things that we really truly want, including the things that we don't tell anybody, the things that we know deep inside that go, can I have that? Or, like that loving connection with someone amazing. All of that is yours to have, always. So again, jealousy doesn't work because jealousy implies that there's someone better than me, that there's someone that can have something I can't. It implies an imbalance, but that's not energetically true. Energetically, everybody can have what they want. Some people do have harder pathways, and those are the people that should be signing up to do their karma clearing with me like 5 years ago. Not let me wait and see if I can book it into my budget 5 years ago or now. So what did I do? I undid the energy of their jealousy. I undid the evil eye. And then what happened? Suddenly my tech was working fine. Suddenly my computer was operating, my internet was operating. Things were back in that aligned flow. And I was like, this is wild. This is wild how that happens. At the same time, I once had a client ask me, she was like, well, maybe I just shouldn't share my business because people will be jealous and it will harm the energy of my business. You can't live like that. You can't live like that. You have to show up. You have to do what it is you're divinely here to do. But when it comes to jealousy, you can be more aware of the energetics of it, and you can know how to undo it and how to protect yourself from it, how to protect yourself energetically from it, which could be, for example, shielding your aura, shielding your computer. And if I'm saying shielding and you have no idea what I mean energetically putting a barrier. Um, you'll see often when you go into shops, you'll see little evil eye signs. I'm not saying that a single evil eye will solve it. I don't really know that it does, but it can't hurt. It can't hurt. It's better to be, using protection energetically than not. But for a person that has no idea what the heck I'm saying, you know that you feel it. If you walk into a room that the energy is light, you feel clear, you feel good, you feel a jive. If you walk into a room where the energy is dense, if you walk into a room where someone has just been screaming, if you walk into a room where someone's been jealous of someone else, you can also feel it. So if you're new to feeling energy, that is some way of, recognizing that these things are indeed true. But to me, I view it as this: jealousy puts it ties knots around the person you project it as, and it also ties knots around you. Because again, it implies that there's some kind of space between you and someone else. And comparison doesn't serve us. Doesn't serve us. The ego needs to understand that it's not about, are they better than me? Are they more deserving than me? Here's what it's about. It's about, you are more than enough as you are. You are deserving of everything you want. If there's things in your way, that means there's things to clear. That means there's healing to do. And that also means taking accountability for ourselves in that healing path. But jealousy doesn't serve. So, what did I originally name this live? Why jealousy poisons success. I mean, has one ever worked with somebody who was jealous and that affected the whole business? Yes. Have I? Yes. So, from singer world, many of you know that I'm a professional singer and also a healer, and now finding the way that they curve together in sound healing. But professional singer world, there's so much jealousy because it's like, do they get the role or do I get the role? You both get the role that's right for you in the divine timing, and it might not be the same opera. Or in business, in my moon rising sphere, some entrepreneur notices that another entrepreneur is making more money than them, and they go, oh, what the fuck, why not me? Your time will come. Just do the inner work and keep going and keep having faith in yourself. So it's so important to undo these things. So A, to be aware when we are projecting jealousy on somebody else, and B, to be aware, is somebody projecting their jealousy on me? And you're probably going, but Emily, how do I know? Unless you have someone tuning into it psychically like me, it can be kind of hard to know. But if it's time out of nowhere where you suddenly, let's say you're sharing something very publicly, and then suddenly things start to go funky, could be that. Might not be, but could be. But you'll know if you're feeling envious of someone else. You'll know. You'll feel that feeling. So what do you do if that happens? What do you do? Asking source, give me a second. What do you do if you feel jealousy? Take pause and don't blame the other person. What else? Recognize that it's something that's a reflection of you, and having that humble, honest moment of looking at that. What else? Usually when this happens, there's something in the inner being that wants attention. There's something in the inner self, maybe the inner child, that wants to feel seen, heard, loved, accepted, appreciated, recognition, appreciated. If you're jealous that somebody else is getting more recognition than you, when's the last time that you really recognized you? That is so needed. We give ourselves what we desire and need from somebody else. That is one solution. The only issue of not being live is I can't see how long I've been talking. Oh, 20 minutes. Okay. Because I'm determined to make this under an hour and yet every piece be useful. It's like the most time efficient thing ever. Okay. So giving ourselves what we need. Again, if it's love, if somebody else has like found their love of their life, but yet you haven't, pouring that love back into you. And again, realizing it's your own individual soul journey. The sooner you break out of comparing yourself to other people, the sooner you set yourself free to go at the pace you want to go. It slows you down to think that you should compare to someone else. It slows you down. And why would we want to do that? So you give yourself what you need and you realize that the other person has nothing to do with it. Maybe they're there as a mirror to show you something, but that's it. So if you're feeling jealousy of someone else, I invite you to energetically release it. Maybe you just say, okay, I recognize I have felt this. I release the energetic jealousy that I have felt towards person's name. I release this into light. I release this into light. I release this into light. You don't want to be responsible for someone else's energy being tied up. You don't want your energy to be tied up. So let's just not be jealous. And what else to say about this? We are all different and we're all meant to be different. To me, I see every single person I meet in their state of dharma, in their state of who they are, in their state of wholeness, in their state of their full potential. The whole reason we're here in Moon Rising, the whole thing is to have access to that potential. Every single person gets to have what their soul wanted to have in this lifetime. But this soul, you also signed up for things to learn. The faster we learn, the faster we ascend. We learn faster if we clear the blockages in our way, if we clear the karmic blockages in our way. Asking Divine, what else should we share about jealousy? The main thing I'm feeling to really share is to be really super aware of what energy you end up feeling towards other people. And at the same time, taking note, are there times in your life where you feel like things get more challenging versus easier? So, what else to say? I'm also getting that when we're feeling extremely jealous, it puts a lot of dark energy on the heart chakra, and that's not good for anything. Okay, so we're going to jump right into the energetic part. Told you it would be time efficient. Clearing to release subconscious competition patterns. We're going to find out what that is. I call upon Archangel Michael to join us at this time. I call upon Archangel Ragwell to join us at this time. I call upon Archangel Metatron, Sandalphon, and Archangel Michael to join us at this time. I call upon your guardians and everyone that watches this to receive this. Everyone that's meant to see this will see this. Asking the best way to clear some subconscious competition patterns. And what's interesting, I'm getting something about dividing yourself from others. What's the best way to clear this? Okay. So just deeply breathing with me, closing your eyes. I identify with my truest self. I am whole, free, and awake and divine. I am at one with my true self, my true authentic form. I am awakened. I am whole. I am free. I'm here. I ask to release any subconscious division between me and other people. I ask to release this into light out of the lightest light form. I release the lifestyle of being divided from others. Inhaling with me. Exhale, letting it go. I release feeling divided from others into light. I release my primary defense of comparison, and I release my lifestyle of being in competition. I ask to release all evil eye projected upon me into light. I ask for this dissolve, to dissolve, to dissolve, to dissolve, to dissolve, to melt away into light. Any evil eye, any jealousy being projected on me, I ask this to release out of my body and into the light. I ask for this to release out of my room and into the light. I ask for this to release out of my space and into the light. Any evil eye that I have placed on others, any jealousy that I have placed on others, I lovingly recognize that this is actually about myself. With light, with compassion, I ask to lovingly release this from the person I sent this to, consciously or unconsciously. I ask for any evil eye I placed on somebody else, or any jealousy I sent to someone else subconsciously, any envy that I sent to someone else subconsciously, to be released into light, to be released into light, to be released into light of the highest vibration, to be released into light. I ask for any energy that accidentally has caused someone else to have problems because I was feeling envy towards them, to be released into the light of the highest light form, to be released into the light of the highest light form. I ask for any jealousy that has caused something to be tied up or divided to be released, to be anything tied up and divided to be released, for the path to be clearer. I ask to clear all pathways from myself and others to do with how I think of myself compared to other people. I release my limitations around competition out of all past, present, parallel, and future timelines. I release it into light. I release any thought forms I have that if somebody else is doing well, it means that I am weak or not doing as well. I release this into light. Deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Out of the body, out of the body, out of the body, out of the body. I let this leave my physical body, my physical form. I let this leave my emotional body, my emotional form. I let this leave my energetic body into light. Out of all past, present, parallel, and future timelines, I release this. I surround myself with gold energy, with white energy, with platinum energy, with light blue energy. And I radiate in my wholeness. I radiate in my wholeness. I radiate in my wholeness. I release parts of me that hook onto this lifestyle of competition. I release this from my mind, from my mind, from my mind. I clear my mind of competition into light, into light, into light. I clear my mind, my subconscious mind, my subconscious mind. I know that my success is coming in its own divine time. Any remaining competition patterns and jealousy around me, I ask for this to be swept up into wind, to go into light. And when you're ready, open your eyes and come back. So you may be very used to working with me, or you may have experienced something that you're like, what did I just experience? And if it's the beginning, welcome, welcome, welcome. The fact is, there's not a single thing that happens in our life that we can't do something about. There's not a single thing in our life that we can't energetically understand and solve and resolve to escalate in our life far beyond what any practical day-to-day thing can do. It's true. We're energy. And there's a different way to be, a way where everybody wins. So if this was helpful for you, please hop in my messages. If you have questions, please comment on whatever post you saw this on, or DM. And you may know that I'm running, or maybe you don't know, I don't know. I'm running 2 programs right now to help people to untie their energetics and money completely. This was like a tiny sliver of the puzzle. And one is called 21 Days to Money. And this is like really perfect if you're brand new to energetics and just quickly want your money to increase and you've had some like negative thought patterns around around money. It's also our lower cost program. Or if you are looking for a deeper journey and you're ready to do some serious karmic releasing and manifestation through my specific sex magic technique, then you sign up for Dream Life Mastermind. And if you're just curious how I specifically can help you and you maybe want to go the one-on-one journey, again, reach out. There's a million ways to work together. I will also have links up for you to check these programs out. And I hope this was helpful to you.